also like draw attention to stuff. So like we said, people always talking about out west. We're out south right now. People are selling shit all around this corner. You got a lady with fruities around her neck.
I lucky want to give me some, bro.
Hats.
I damn near want to give me some on some real shit.
The shorty got.
Are you listening? Damn.
Welcome back to Quality Konvos. This is episode 4. It's your boy Julio.
It's your boy Groovy D. Alex, R.A.
My boy. Hey, bro, tell us about you, man. What's up with you?
Oh, man, I am a young black African American man. Alex, by the way. People call me Alex. People call me Abiola, whichever you want to call me. Born and raised uptown Chicago. Lived in New York half my life. I'm a New Yorker as well. Music lover, sports lover, creative director. I write scripts. I'm actually writing a short film about black love.
Ooh,
definitely, you guys stay tuned for that. Coming soon this summer. Other than that, man, let's get to it.
Alright, man. So let's start off with what's super hot right now. We got the Tekashi Tato Chief Keef situation, and earlier this morning we're hearing that Chief Keef got busted out in New York. So about that,
man, I don't know. Like, I think you think that's gonna start some shit in the near future. Like, what do you think about that? Saying that they calling themselves like the new Death Row too, with that busting at his ass and then throwing out a video and everything prior to that.
Well, see, I look at it because, you know, a lot of times, like, people, when they talk about, like, Death Row and, like, Tupac, Biggie, things like that, like, people got to understand they don't have to be as big as Tupac and Biggie for 2 rappers to die.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like, people don't realize that, like, anybody can die. It just takes bullets. And everybody got bullets. And, like, what I don't want to happen, because, I doubt Chief Keef is going to shoot Tekashi 6IX9ine. I doubt Tekashi 6IX9ine gonna shoot Chief Keef, but it's an entourage thing, and even more than that, it's a city thing as well, because like it's a fan thing. You got fans that'll clap at Tekashi just because of Chief Keef or vice versa. So it's like it'd be unfortunate if a rapper died by what he said about a city, because really people could take Tekashi coming at Chief Keef as a Chicago thing.
Yeah,
so
that's what I really think they're taking it as.
Because
I even seen a couple videos out there where some of the GDs, one in particular, P. Rico or whatever, he had a little video and he was basically talking about how them, like, how you gonna get into it with my ops, or like my ops not your ops type shit. And now you want to claim the whole now you dropping the rates or whatever, and you don't really know shit about the Chicago shit, so how you now all of a sudden want to get involved? So it's some GDs who not even co-signing his ass just because they already his ops or whatever. That don't mean that they gonna support Tekashi. So it is damn near, I don't want to say it's like a Chicago versus New York thing, because we fuck with each other or whatever, but and we don't want that to happen, of course, but it's a little bit bigger than what he's trying to do, and he playing with hot fire. So
I think Tekashi's saying that they're the new Death Row. I mean, can you really say that when there's only one of you? I can see if it was like 3 dudes out the group that are all like raw, making hits,
right? And
then even whoever they beefing with, they're not beefing with another group. It's literally one man on one man. To be honest, I love the beef. I mean, who don't love the hip hop beef? But I don't really like when it gets to like people got to take somebody's life away, because they both got kids. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Their friends both got kids. To be honest though, I felt that when I saw reports that Chief Keef was in New York, I felt like something like this was gonna happen. And it kind of makes sense that, how hot would it be if Tekashi was in New York while Chief Keef was getting shot at? Now Tekashi's in LA, he has an alibi. I was gone, you know what I'm saying? I didn't pull the trigger. So I feel like that was bound to happen. And I feel like, the longer Chief Keef stays in there, it'll happen again. I don't know how well he's protected out there. He was staying at a hotel, so you're not hard to find. He's staying at the W in New York, so
that's real.
I like the beef. I think it's cool. I'm not really a big fan of Tekashi. I think he's pretty. He's definitely not my taste. But he's making hits. My man is 6 for 6 platinum records. You can't hate on the man. You can't hate on him. I can't knock him for making music and providing for his people and his family. I just feel like he has to chill though with the beef. I think he has to really, really chill. And I feel like social media is definitely egging this on too. Social media is damning the police right now. Because if anything happens to Tekashi or Chief Keef, police are instantly gonna go to the other person and vice versa.
I mean, they definitely the police, but I don't even think it was him who said that was it him or was it head of security who said they were the new death row? And that's the people who backing him.
It's that entourage. People get killed off entourage.
And then I like the beef, but at the same time, it's not like these niggas are even putting shit on wax. And that's the real thing. Like, it's a difference between like their beef and like Kanye and Pusha beef or some shit like that. You feel me?
But even if you look at it, Chief Keef, has he came out and said anything publicly?
He really was just really like, I don't chase clout.
He really, he really just been cooler, and that's what real gangsters do. They really silent. Like
police don't really got no hard evidence. Like, all right, you haven't tweeted about this dude. But Tekashi literally on social media posting on his IG with 10+ million followers. Like, you a bitch. You ain't gonna kill me. I kill you. You ain't. You know, all this other reckless stuff. So.
And it's like he don't even gotta do nothing. Like, it could really be conspiracy just off him being tied to it from talking so much shit. Just like, and it's really one of those things where it's like it's never good to have too many ops. You know what I'm saying?
That's real.
you don't want too many ops, and I think that it's cool. Like, with, you know, him and Trippie Redd beef. Like, I feel like that was still kind of PG. Like, beefs like that are cool because, you know, it's really just clout. But I think this kind of spilling into something it don't really need to be. And it's like, at the end of the day, we really just need to get back to the music at the same time.
But have they even had anything on wax? Like, really, have we heard a record at all with them dissing each other?
Where's the diss coming from? I don't really
It's coming from Cuban, really, and the whole Cuban relationship thing. That's why I really think it originated from, because I'm just like, like Tato him from the I Kill People thing. You feel me? And then did they drop a song?
I never heard that.
I didn't hear the song. Oh man, I gotta.
That song is actually fire.
I definitely have to hear that. But
I Kill People.
But yeah, though. So I mean, it originated from a girl, which is unfortunate. Well, I don't want to say they fighting over a chick, but you know, like that's what it looked like right now.
Damn, kind of lame.
It's really
somebody about to get shot over a girl.
Right, and that's what I'm saying.
But a lot of rappers be on that though, like the whole time, like just in general, like a lot of rappers
ego,
be like,
it is.
Even not even celebrities, just men in general. We got egos. We feel like somebody has sex with a woman we was involved with, we feel a type of way.
Definitely.
That's everywhere.
Because you see her, the way she got out of that video.
When
he started mentioning fuck Chief Keef and so forth, like how fast she got the fuck up, because she knew what it was. Like,
and
she didn't even expect that shit.
Like,
so she didn't expect him to take it there though.
That was just goofy in general.
But I mean, it's all starting over you, and you just fake co-signing it and doing all this goofy shit. But you know, it is what it is. We'll see what's gonna happen with that.
She getting that chicken
because
money.
I mean, you know,
they spoiling her. Whoever dude she with.
I mean,
even all the dudes in the video, some of them looked like they was confused. Like, damn, bro, you really doing this? Like, what you really about to do this?
So you know, I mean, we'll see what comes of that. But hopefully, you know, no one dies in the
process.
Right.
So, I ain't gonna. Maybe, you know, somebody need to get touched a little bit.
I mean, you know,
a little beat up.
If you catch a fade here and there, like,
catch a fade.
But you know, but you ain't gotta kill nobody.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, just, you know, put the guns down. You know, just handle it the old school way. But you know,
I just don't hope this. I just hope it don't spill into Chicago versus
New York thing. I don't want none of that.
It ain't got nothing to do with. It's just these three individuals for real. And really, Chief Keef got dragged in it.
He got dragged
so it's
in
like,
it.
So
it really was between Tekashi and Tato.
Smart. It's good promotion.
But I ain't gonna lie. This shit been funny as hell though. Like, Tekashi is the ultimate troll.
He's hilarious. That's one thing I can say. He definitely is entertaining as hell to watch. So you know, I mean, but you know, it comes with a price. So we'll definitely.
I mean, he hasn't been touched yet though.
I mean, he hasn't.
Talking shit for a while.
He hasn't.
A lot of people.
He hasn't.
He's talking shit about the whole California, all these gangs, all these blood shit.
I mean, but that don't ever mean you can be touched. I'm just saying he moving right. That's all it is. He just moving right at this moment. But like, if you make one slip up, then you know it's your ass. So so I mean, you know, you definitely made the right enemies if you
and keep that same energy if it do come to him.
So you know,
at the same time, but
moving on to other people beefs.
To real beef.
Lyrical shit that's actually on wax. Some shit that's really entertaining from like the lyrical standpoint.
Man. Starting off with like Well, first of all, Pusha T album was just fire.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's put that out there. Daytona.
Yeah, Daytona was definitely fire. I mean, it's like, I think 7 songs for Push was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he pretty much did his job. It was a good listen. But what he really went hard was Infrared.
Yes.
And you know, he instantly had the, you know, the Quentin Miller line, a couple more shots that was just like, damn, like he's really trying to out Drake.
So how did y'all feel about Drake's diss? The first, obviously the only one.
Oh, Duffy freestyle was fire.
Yeah, it was fire.
That was fire.
Personally,
it was.
I think Infrared was trash.
Okay.
I feel like how many times you gonna hear Quentin Miller? Like, we don't care
That's true.
at this
That's
point.
real.
You feel me? Like, give us some new material. And I felt that Pusha knew that Infrared wasn't gonna cut it. He had to come out with some new shit.
But you know what I think it was though? I really think he's so calculated. I just knew it was just bait.
And I feel
I think that's really what it was.
And I think it wasn't just him.
And I think Drake took the bait, and then from there he just unrevealed. Like,
That's real, man.
All he talked about was Quentin Miller. Like, Drake, don't fall for it. Don't fall into that trap.
Yeah.
He did, but he came out with a fire song, and Pusha T came back, and I felt that this was better, but I feel like it was more like, all right, I'm just about to air your dirty laundry. It's like one of the things, like, if I'm talking to my guys and I'm telling all my business, but we get into it, then he air all my stuff out. That's kind of how I took it.
Yeah.
I feel like it was decent. It was decent. It hurt Drake a little bit. It hurt his image a little bit, but what would hurt more if Drake doesn't respond?
Yeah.
But I wasn't, you know, the Infrared on a scale of 1 to 10, giving it like a 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
But
then
you know,
the next one, I give it like a 6.5.
Oh, you capping hard as hell. What?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Daytona, it was fire, but it wasn't like amazing. But like, Infrared definitely was like great bait. You feel me? Yeah. And then on the same token, like, I would just feel like I think he took one for good music. Like, I think that was a strategic move for. I'm saying strategic. A strategic move for like good music, and I think they did it as a label. So he was like, he just took one for the team, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And then Drake took the bait, and now look what good music is at. Because you know, they was taking a little L with Kanye's shit and all that.
Who else though? Who else in good music would you throw out there to challenge Drake? Only Pusha.
I mean, that's the only one who could.
I wouldn't say Saha, but Saha not relevant.
He
but bar-wise, he would eat Drake ass alive. But yeah, it's just like the status, like, yeah, he can't even. He
Drake
really can't
will
say
respond
nothing.
though.
Yeah.
But
my man Aubrey will respond.
Yeah, look, I feel like Alex.
Well, I don't know. It's kind of late in the game.
Nah, it ain't late because it's Drake. It's not late because it's Drake.
He can respond.
Wow. So Drake just has unlimited.
Let me tell you why he has unlimited time. Because Exodus, did he ever really respond to Exodus? Like, he got bodied on Exodus, and like he took like years to respond.
No, yeah, he did. But at the same time,
like, Two Birds, One Stone was like
the
years
last
after.
4 years. Every time Drake drops albums, in a couple songs in those albums, he throwing those disses back.
Yeah.
Kind of like Kendrick. When Kendrick dissed Drake, I feel like those are sneak disses. It's obviously clear who he's talking about, but it's like low undercut sneak disses.
That's right. But I mean, he took a spanking after.
Yeah, I think Push just doing. Story of it. Oh yeah. We gonna get into that because he being disrespectful. But I just feel like Push just did what Drake do. He just threw some subliminals, shots. Truthfully, I don't even think he anticipated Drake responding. Like, I really don't think he wanted Drake to respond. He just was on some like.
I feel he did.
Yeah, I think
like that song. He dropped that song in 2 days.
Yeah, and then that Quentin reference was just like dead on. Like, you know, like, I'm talking about you. Like,
right, exactly.
Like, who else am I talking about?
So he baited him.
Yeah, right.
It was good bait.
But
like,
just because you bait a motherfucker don't mean that they have.
Because
to
I feel like he had that up his sleeve, like, because nobody was ever expected to hear that child shit.
This is exactly what we want, though.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely what we want.
Drake is viewed by many as the greatest rapper out right now.
Yeah.
Like, all right, bro. You the greatest rapper. You talk about it. Everybody talk about it. Like, all right, prove to me right now.
Right.
He just hit you low.
Yeah.
He just hit you low, and he going around saying you don't have no info on him. So show me what you got. This is a true MC. I feel like if this was back in the day and this was Wayne, nobody would try to challenge Wayne. You know how Wayne was labeled as the greatest? Nah, bro.
Pusha challenge Wayne.
Nah, bro.
Y'all, like, man,
he probably would challenge him,
been doing it for a while.
But I mean, I don't remember.
Push been doing it for the clips.
He has.
Malice was nasty too. Like, Push been doing this for a while. Like, the man ain't ain't no fear.
Yeah.
Ain't no fear.
But
like you gotta think about, like, even with that, what happened to that boy, like that's where the beef started. Like apparently folks didn't get paid and whatnot.
Right.
Like they've been treating each other for a long time with the Billionaire Boys Club and the Bape, like folks stealing each other's styles. Like it's been happening for a long time. But just off story of Adonis. Now let's break this down because my man's been so disrespectful about this.
Yeah.
What did y'all find so disrespectful?
Okay.
I mean,
all right. So okay.
There's only one thing I really found. Like, damn. All right, you went a little bit too.
What are you talking about? With 40?
With 40.
With 40.
Because when you talk about the deadbeat father, how many deadbeat fathers we personally know?
This is war.
How many deadbeat fathers that we know are celebrities?
That's
everybody.
right.
Like, do we really care about if Drake really a deadbeat or not?
I mean, because he capped so hard. Though,
not only that, but his fan base.
Yeah, his fan base is a lot of women.
That's the difference.
And and that's really what it is.
Is that we don't truly know if he's really a deadbeat. You know what I'm saying? I read a report today that he flew his son out and the woman out on Christmas and they spent time together. Hey, we don't really know the truth.
I mean, but OVO is just throwing shit out there to save face. That's why I really feel like it is too. I just think they're trying to save his image as much as they can. So at the same time, if you had knocked up a porn star or wherever the fuck she is, some super slut, then I mean, you not gonna really. I mean, really though. I mean, exotic dancer, whatever. You know, you're not going.
I think she was like, it was like softcore.
Who's really the first to be like, oh, that's mine? Like, come on now, like you got to be real with the shit. So I feel like that's just OVO throwing shit out there to just, you know, save his image, and that's a lot of PR work, and that's really what it is, because he's scavenging for shit to find on Pusha T so he can throw his ass on the bus. Because I heard he got allegedly, because you know he has like he's what is it, 100K is up for grabs.
But see, this is my thing. Let's just take it back. Let me just have the floor for a second. Let's just take it back to back, right? And what was so great about the actual song? You feel me? Like, it was more so like, I feel like people gave it credit for the fact that you can play it anywhere. Right. So like, people was playing it at the club, he was playing it at games, people was playing it in Philly. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Right, smart, right? Exactly, right? So when we talk, so when we talk about the story of Adonis, we have to look at it like, man, how great of a diss was it? Outside of like bars. Now he did have some bars in it, but let's just think about how smart it was.
The album cover.
You're coming at the man's like character, right? Okay. And you coming at his identity issues, right? Okay. So you use the story of OJB, right?
That's why
that's for one.
The story of OJB was just.
Then you find a picture of Drake in blackface, which you had to later explain. Going with the story of OJ thing, that's fucking genius right there. That's for one. Then you talk about his identity issues, right? You talk about his dad. You talk about how his dad always in these pimp suits and this, that, and the other.
Do we really care about that? So was that really a hard bar though? Like, let me tell you. Okay, but let me tell you how it goes into the whole minstrel thing though, because it's like you're exploiting your dad's culture, the Memphis, Houston culture that he always biting off of, being a culture vulture. You basically using your dad as a prop, some fucking clown. Some like minstrel, like he's black, that makes me black enough for this culture type prop, because really people were just looking at you like Degrassi. Then you trying to claim that you be in Atlanta and, you know, Houston and all these places that you really not, that you bite styles from. Right. It's like he uses his dad as like his gateway, right? So pushing. Do y'all not like Drake's father? I don't have no feelings.
I'm indifferent about that shit.
Let's say y'all make it big and y'all millionaires. Wouldn't y'all like try to elevate y'all parents and bring the, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it was smart for him to bring it into it. Looking at the whole, but I'm saying like in interviews where he's explaining it, like this is how he's explaining it. Like his dad is a clown. His dad is a black prop, which, you know, he's being used by a culture vulture, Drake. Then you add the minstrel thing, story of Adonis, tying his son back in it, because now it's like, okay, story of OJ, story of Adonis, then tying the Adidas release to it. Like, it was just so many factors in that one disc outside the bars.
But when I'm really thinking about it, I'm sorry, but I'm like, his dad, I'm like, how's he exploiting his dad? Because he's black. Drake is black, whether you like it or not. At the end of the day, back in the day, like, if you had a drop of blackness, like it was like the one drop rule or whatever, you're black. So like, nigga, you're black. So just because you might be confused a little bit because you're biracial or whatever they want to call it, like, and he went through a lot of, like, he go through a lot of little shit because, you know, his mom is white, dad black.
So why is he silent on black issues?
Because because he's confused. It's a lot of biracial people who get confused.
But look, I understand that, but they've been talking about this. But he did that shoot a while ago, which means that he was going through it back then, and he knew. And he right in 2008. So he was going through it back then. Okay. He understood, like, you know, pretty much the struggle back then. Why don't we hear any of this in his music? Or just the fact, like, why is that picture even coming out now? Okay. With all these police shootings, and he's literally, like, purposely stayed away from these topics.
That's real. That's real.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, he's so black.
Be more involved. Yeah, that's real. That's real.
So
that's real.
He only really.
That's real, because black people can. It can be culture vultures who are black. That's real. That's real.
That's how it is. How many niggas exploit their hood and like they all. Like, first of all,
that's real.
There be people that don't even really be in the hood when they be rapping. And then when they get on, they all the way back in the hood, like they was really out there.
That's definitely
it's exploitation.
Whether everybody got their own way of doing things. I mean, it's Drake.
Yeah, that's true.
So the way I'm perceiving right now is that y'all telling me that Drake is the only rapper that's big that doesn't support.
No, but we talking about Drake.
But being a black man, he should have a bigger voice about what's going on.
Guys playing, putting people into college. I'm pretty sure
that was just a little charity thing.
He got foundations.
That was charity.
That was like a write-off shit. That was like, oh, I got this big ass write-off. Let me go ahead and do. You feel me? Like, I don't think that was him really caring about the community and what's really going on.
The man never spoke on a black issue.
But yeah, he definitely
never spoke on a black issue.
Right now, hip hop would be damn near kind of boring.
But that ain't what we talking about.
Yeah.
We talking about this
involvement.
The minstrel.
Yeah, that's real.
Drake being a fucking clown.
That's
him
real.
in blackface.
The best thing I got from this, the story of INE was the 40 line was sick, but it was raw. It was sick, but like nothing is off. Nothing is off.
Got the devil flow.
But the fact that he exposed that Drake had a son, especially with the name, because that kind of Drake was gonna release that as a press run for his Adidas line. Yeah, now that's done.
Smart.
Now everybody knows. Now you cutting off Drake money. Yeah. You cutting off his money, and you dissed him, and you cutting off his image with the women too. That was smart. The diss,
he hitting it where it hurt.
Yeah, he definitely.
You guys can't tell me 5 good bars from that diss.
Yeah.
5 good bars from that diss. Can't tell me 5.
Well, I mean, okay, but look. What was 5 good bars from the Duffy freestyle?
Yeah, really though.
Like, it was
more of a Kanye diss, honestly. That's really what it was.
Exactly.
Like, he touched on Pusha, and then he really. That's why he was like, nigga, I want all the curses. Like, fuck you talking about.
And that's what I got from the story of the
like, nigga, don't try to sidetrack from this shit. Like, you about to take this ass whooping. Like, take this little spanking, because you know, and that's what he was really doing. He's deviating from trying to really get at Pusha because he know what's gonna come of it.
I feel like they at that whole good music as a camp though, they hate on Drake. Drake is numero uno right now. He's
there would be no Drake without good music.
No, bro, stop it.
There would be no Drake without good music.
No, you took it too far, G. You took it too far.
Man, look, Drake credited 808s for his whole existence. No, I'm not saying like figuratively. I mean, I'm not saying like literally. Like there would be no Drake without Ye. But I'm just saying like Ye.
He has a lot of influence.
Ton of his sound.
Yeah,
a ton of his sound. Let's just be real.
I feel like just everybody after Drake right now, because everything he dropped is hits.
But you know,
name a weak Drake album.
But we talk about disses though. We ain't talking about in a larger scale. Drake ain't gonna really. He's not ever gonna lose.
He's not ever gonna lose.
He's never gonna lose.
Yeah. But the only way I feel like he really taking an F, he don't respond. If he respond and it's at least an average diss,
he's gonna respond.
He's gonna respond
and get bodied again. Yeah. And it's I just feel like if he get bodied again,
stop.
If we give it the push again, it's over.
To be honest, though, I'm really curious to see what else Pusha got on him.
But I'm really curious to see how Drake is gonna rebuttal from like what can you really say about Pusha? That's really going like damn, like you really, you know, like
we already know. He already said that
it's just going to do something but make him mad.
He wasn't the one really selling drugs. All right, Drake, you use that line. So I'm curious to see what else he's gonna use. But this is why I'm happy because now he's getting challenged as an MC.
Yeah.
Now we get to see what he if he really.
But is he really getting challenged as an MC? Because we heard it was a sweatshop, you know. So I don't know who's really. We know Pusha is doing some real MC work. You feel me? But I don't know how much MC work Drake is really putting in. He over here finding the next Quentin Miller and shit.
That diss will drop. And I feel like it's gonna be calculated when he drops.
Did y'all hear Quentin Miller's response?
No.
Don't even look for it.
No. He just sound desperate now.
Yeah.
He just sound desperate now because I gave Quentin Miller a chance the first time Meek Mill addressed this. I'm like, all right, let me listen to his music. It was weak.
He sound like a cornball. I'm sorry.
It was weak.
Yeah. It's just not for me.
It was weak.
But moving on.
It's just sad. Like all that talent. Yeah.
They say he only did like.
A couple songs.
If that, like a hook.
Really?
You feel me?
No, it was a whole. It was a whole placement.
Oh, that's a Drake film.
It was a whole placement. It was a whole.
It was a couple tracks that he
like he said it verbatim, like it was Quentin. Like you heard the whole placement. Like,
so why is Quentin Miller not famous then? Why is
because he doesn't have the voice. Like he is a corn. I mean, I don't know.
Look,
I don't know. I gotta give him a man a try.
If you made God's Plan right now, would you just blow up out of nowhere? Do you think the song was that great?
But clout plays a role. Like
it's by you, right?
Yeah, like he has all the clout right now.
And sometimes it's really just the voice. Like Quentin Miller's voice is real monotone. Like it's kind of boring. Like Drake spiced it up, even though he stole like the whole. Yeah, it's weird.
Because Drake was an actor, so he just knows how to he knows how to perform. Yeah, so it's just different. Like he know how to play with it.
I just feel like he's just so good and made so much good music that he's the only one that can get a pass for a lot of this. Who else can get dissed like this and be like, all right, your career over? Drake career not over.
Yeah, that's real. No, that's fact.
If Pusha T would have did this to another big rapper, that rapper career would have been shut down. Just like Meek Mill's.
That's real.
You feel me?
I don't think his career is over.
It's just a dick ride. It's a dick ride.
Yeah, I don't think his career.
He took a shot.
Look at him when he got out of jail,
he took off more. Like he really took off more after that disc. The last album he dropped was fire.
Yeah, if you saying Meek Mill career is over with, like how? Like
he was at the top. People was mentioning his name.
Fuck with, he rung the bell when he got back from jail.
I mean, that's his city though. Wouldn't you think?
But we talking about the whole country was free
like
Meek.
Everybody was free Meek though. Like
it's just when you go against
that was just a black
Jay-Z
thing,
even
that was a black thing though. Don't y'all feel like that was a black thing? No, we did the same thing for every black person. It's like a black thing. But if that happened any other black artists, we would have been doing the same thing.
That's facts. But people still listen to Meek. Like it's not like he just was ended. It's just Drake has such a large fan base that happened to ride for him so hard as we're singing in this car.
No, what happened was Meek's diss to Drake was weak. Am I wrong?
Okay.
I want to know. Okay. I remember that diss. It was weak.
That one was weak. Okay. Warpaint.
That's why.
Warpaint, which a lot of people didn't listen to. Warpaint was fire. I don't care what nobody say. Warpaint was fire.
After that first diss, I was.
But we just stopped listening.
Man.
Yeah, I was disappointed too. I thought Meek was gonna go harder. But that's that is what it is. But I feel like one major difference, because we always talk about like Ye versus Drake with this whole like writing. It's a difference when like people are in the studio with you and they like, oh man, you should say this, you say this, and maybe add this. Versus like reference tracks. Like literally Drake had reference. People say, Kanye is a creative. He got people in the studio that say like, oh man, like that's just like yo homies like helping you. Like I'm not gonna let you, like if you could have did this better, like I'm gonna give you advice. Versus
that's somebody proofreading for you, basically.
This, like me writing your essay and be like,
so when did the world start caring about ghostwriters? Was it when Meek Mill dropped
Well, when you say you're the best rapper, like top 5,
I mean, I think hip hop have always.
So you think Wayne never, in none of his music ever been ghostwritten before? I think sometimes, a couple Wayne songs, somebody probably wrote.
Man, we ain't gonna get into that, man.
I don't know.
We ain't gonna get into that, man. We ain't gonna touch that legacy player.
Right.
Moving on.
Move on.
But yeah, like, so speaking more on Kanye. So Kanye dropped the album on my B-Day, June 1st.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Well, I said I was with you. Yeah, I was with you.
I sent this dude a heartfelt message.
My guy, man. Yeah. I appreciate that for real.
I'm like happy belated. I was with your ass.
Got a lot of kind words.
But yeah, though. How you feel about it though? Production, of course, A1.
I liked it.
A1.
I liked it. For the people that's hating on Kanye and saying they're not gonna listen to it, stop being lame.
Yeah.
Stop being lame. Like we don't, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry we don't want to listen to YF and Lucci every night. You feel me? I'm sorry about that. But the Kanye shit was nice. Hilarious. It was nice, and it was not oversaturated with 13, 15, 20 songs. He gave us 7 solid songs.
Yeah, that was smart.
7 solid songs.
I appreciate the 7 songs. I just as a Kanye fan, I wish it was longer, but I would rather it would be 7 quality than like just random trash on there. So like it's a bittersweet feeling, like seeing 7 tracks from your favorite artist. It's like but then it's like album. It was a good album.
Is that a good music thing? Are they just being calculated?
Well, Kanye, so
Kanye,
like, cause I'm just like Daytona was 7.
Well, no, it's because Kanye produced all their albums.
It feels like it's them versus Drake.
Yeah, I really.
It's like they
them versus Young Money.
Drake,
low key, because they was getting that baby too. Because they getting that Young Money, Cash Money thing. That whole little entity versus a good music thing.
I kind of feel like it's their way of doing Cruel Summer as well. Like it's like
I feel like they're gonna come back with it. Yeah, they're gonna come back with it. What's your favorite song off the Kanye album?
What's the last song called?
Violent Crimes. My favorite.
Violent Crimes.
It hit home. It made me reminisce about like so much stuff.
Man,
it reminded me of old Kanye. I loved it. I thought the album was great. I'm really looking forward to Kanye's Kid Cudi's album. That made me more excited as well. I thought it was good. I didn't think it was weak. Now, my question to you, to everybody, is where do you place that? What that album? What's out of all the Kanye albums? Which this album is better than what of Kanye albums?
All right, so I'm gonna start. Let me start off with that, but I just want to also like draw attention to something. So, like we said, people always talking about out west. We're out south right now. People are selling shit all around this car. You got a lady with footies around her neck.
I lucky want to give me some, bro.
Hats.
I damn near want to give me some on some real shit.
The shorty got
can you give me more? Oh
she
shit,
got a hoodie on. She got like 30 hats around her neck. Yeah, I know that.
They probably sweat.
Dude got a bubble machine. And then there's another guy on the side. Like, come on, just stop. Do not come from where I stay. Okay, please don't. Because this is what is this? Anyways, though, yeah. So, what is well, I'm just seeing so much. I'm so distracted. But where do I rank it? I think I'm kind of over ranking Kanye albums because they're just so different.
Yeah.
But if I had to rank it, honestly, I'm gonna rank it last.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm gonna rank it last because people always talking about Yeezus was fire. I don't care what nobody say. It was bangers.
You feel me,
bro? On site,
everybody's like,
I like Bound.
You listen to Yeezus?
Bound.
Yeah, Bound.
I like Bound. I like Blood on the Leaves.
Blood on the Leaves.
The song with Chief Keef was decent. You know. The song with Cudi was decent. The song with King Louis was decent. The production on there was, man, some of his best production. Like the Yeezus was a solid album.
So
I feel like people always hating on it. What this album? No, because I feel like it sound like the Life of Pablo throwaways, which is not a bad thing, but it just sound like more of like what wasn't on that album was this album.
I think I'm actually gonna agree with you that it's the worst. It's the last one, but that's not saying it sucked. All Kanye albums are good. Yeah. It's just that one it happened to be the worst out the bunch, but that one still goes. That one's still nice as hell.
Yeah.
So I give on the scale of 1 to 10, I give Kanye like a 7.5, an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Not a 9, but 7.5, 8. I had to listen to a couple. I listened to like maybe 5, 6 times, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It's something I definitely play in my car. And he was speaking some real facts. Yeah. Y'all should listen to I remember the name of the song. There was one line about he was talking about Russell Simmons.
Yeah, the Me Too. It was just the way he flipped that line was like clever as hell.
Fire.
He said he gonna pray for me. He was like, Russell Simmons said he gonna pray for me, but I'm gonna pray for you because he got Me Too.
Right,
what if that happened to Me Too?
I only got a chance
to
listen to it brief.
Yeah, that was definitely dope. I mean, yeah, as far as like the last song goes, I just like that song because even with me, like, being like a little, being a little fuckboy towards women in my days, and just getting older and appreciating women a little bit more, well, a lot more, and just like, it just really speaks to like how I feel my journey with the appreciation of women has been.
I grew up.
Period.
Yeah. It took him to have a baby girl to grow up.
Yeah.
But he still got some ways about him that I don't know about. And I'm like, are they really influenced by his girl? Because we see who his girl is linking up with, his mans and everything too.
True.
So I don't know. How do you feel about?
I feel like man, to be quite honest, Kanye being with Kim Kardashian was probably one of the smartest things he could have ever did. Really? First of all, she got him out of debt.
Especially, I was just about to say.
She got that man out of millions of dollars of debt. And then he's pretty much financially stable off his shorty. Really? And then his wife is liked so much that she can also help promote anything that he's doing. And
the Yeezy season.
I'm pretty sure when she talked to Trump, she was talking on the behalf of Kanye. Yeah. She mentioned some things that Kanye was like, yo, say this, say this, say this. And before we even get to the Kim Kardashian and Trump thing, let's talk about this ASAP. How did y'all feel about this ASAP?
Okay. Rating?
1 out of 10.
How many songs is on there? Like 17?
Yeah.
Okay, 17. I probably downloaded 6 to be nice.
Oversaturated.
So what percentage is that? Like a third, damn near. That's an F. So I'm putting it like that.
I get that shit like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, that was. Man.
And I'm giving it a 4 out of 10 because only 4 songs I like. So
right, like,
you listen
I really feel like I downloaded 4.
And I was disappointed. Yeah. I was really disappointed.
And I'm such an ASAP fan.
Yeah, I am.
You could tell he put. Yeah, I don't know. I love you, ASAP. Y'all love you, but
man, come on, man. He let Cardi and them influence his sound too much. He turned into a SoundCloud rapper. Like, bro, even just the way he put bars together is different now.
It sounded different, yeah. It sounded like the young guy.
Raw. Like, the man could rap his ass off, but it's like now he just like trying to.
Maybe he's more into fashion, like Kanye.
And he even said in an interview that everybody recognizes him as a fashion dude, but he honestly doesn't have a problem with that. He should stick to fashion.
Yeah,
that's his thing. Maybe he can give us singles, but like that album was just like, man. It kind of reminds me of like Dom Kennedy. First 2 joints hot, the next joint trash, disappeared. You feel me? Not gonna get him started. Not gonna get him started.
The legend.
That's what it reminds me of. I had so much left.
What do you mean first? Wait, sorry. What do you mean first 2 Dom? Like Dom produced a lot. What?
Yeah, Dom's my guy.
Dom fell off ladder. Like he had a.
I don't know. He had ups and downs with me though. Like he got ups and downs with me.
Okay, I agree. But what I'm saying is like Dom had a long streak of fire. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. I just think he took. Yeah. What? Okay.
How many tapes was raw to you?
Okay, so the Yellow album.
1.
The Yellow, yes.
Fire.
Amazing.
Amazing. Get Home Safely.
Okay.
Then what's after that?
West Side with Love.
Yes.
Stop. That was fire. Like that was fire.
That's like a little mixtape that was.
Bro, that whole thing, man.
After that, West Side with Love. After that, he dropped.
And then
he had one mixtape.
But even before that, Future Street, whatever. That was like his first joint, damn near. Then Best After Bobby, the first one. Where he fell off really was Best After Bobby 2. But a lot of people not even really checking for Dom. But even the $500,000 he got with Hit Boy, like that's decent. He just had a song on Smoke DZA on his album. That was decent. Like Dom been coming out with some songs.
It just goes to show that being a rapper, man, is hard, man.
You gotta have it's hard to be consistent.
For longevity,
you
gotta have true talent, man. So I mean, ASAP album was below average. And I kind of felt that this beef between Pusha and Drake, this Kanye album dropping, it overshadowed. A lot of people forgot about ASAP now. Like I haven't no social media has talked about ASAP.
I mean, and this is the fact that 6ix9ine is kind of taking over for New York right now. Like he kind of got all the spotlight right now. So it's kind of hard to kind of drop some shit. In a crowd,
we always usually have this debate back in Brooklyn. Who's the king of New York?
I mean,
and it depends what you go by.
Too. Yeah, it depends on what you go by.
If you going by hits and platinums, I mean, man, Tekashi's 6 for 6, 7 for 7.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah,
you feel me? If you're going off that, it's just like you saying like, who's better between Jordan and LeBron? And we're gonna choose Jordan because of the ring. So
that's a good analogy.
That's how I don't like Tekashi, but I'm not gonna be dumb to the fact that this man is 7 for 7 platinum hits.
Tati was, and his videos just be so damn
like think about, he can't go to no shows, he can't perform in no big venues because he's a hazard, but he's still platinum. I like it's I don't know. As far as King of New York, I feel like there is no king. Because if you would have asked me who's the king of Chicago, when it's come to music, who is the king? Who's the best rapper in Chicago?
I mean, I feel like just the city backing, because I think Chance is like.
Chance definitely has the crown.
But I think Herbo got it. I think Herbo got it right.
Herbo is like.
Herbo definitely. Baby just. What happened to Baby?
I think he went to school though. I really think he went to school.
That's what
I think he probably took a little time off to get
Herb, and then Herb having a baby, then that's that love relationship that he have. A lot of women like that, so he gained a lot of women fans.
That's real.
That was good.
It's crazy how you get in a little relationship, you just gain a shitload of women. That's like crazy.
Yes, of course.
That would be funny. I mean, that it works with basketball and everything too. But speaking of basketball, Game 1 Cavaliers
Hey,
or
JR, man.
broke my heart.
Yeah, JR. I'm like, what was the meme? Like, I'm like, yeah, his ass was high as hell. Like,
how you in the NBA finals and you say you
high as hell, bro? Like, come on, man. Like what do you?
Bro, I was heartbroken, bro.
Yeah, because they had it.
Too,
like they really had.
Nobody thought Cavs would even be close to taking game one, but the fact that they was 3 seconds away from winning the joint. You know, we can also say George Hill should have made that free throw.
Because I feel like
George made that free throw.
I feel like JR is getting too. Yeah, man, he looked nervous. I knew. I called it. I'm like, watch he miss this free throw.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna miss.
I knew he was gonna miss. I knew he was gonna miss that. He looked scared as hell.
Yeah, he was a little bit.
There's a lot of pressure on him.
And then obviously the blocking and charging call overturned was kind of fool.
Oh my god, so many fool calls.
Oh man, you know, I want Cavs to win.
Yeah,
I'm not a big fan of Golden State just because of what KD lame.
KD's so lame.
I want Cavs to win. So, you know, my prediction for game 2 is Cavs winning.
Yeah.
I will hope for the best.
I can see that. I can definitely see that. I think LeBron gonna come back. They're gonna have a little discussion.
Yep.
Honestly,
go get some shit together.
I think as far as, cause you know, I feel like momentum is everything, and I think this was their game to take at home. So I feel like they're probably gonna lose game 2. Because just the momentum of the home court advantage. But I do feel like they're gonna win game 3. Yeah, I feel like they probably gonna tie it in Cleveland.
And I'm gonna bring up this point, like going back to the Drake and Pusha T thing. It just reminds me of Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. This Remy Ma.
You got to say so crazy.
Remy Ma smashed Nicki, but Nicki's career didn't take a hit. And Remy Ma is still where she is. That's kind of what is going to happen with Pusha T. If Drake respond or not, he's still going to be that nigga, just like Nicki Minaj is still that woman. And Pusha T still going to be in that same step. He not going to elevate his career.
But you know the difference though? Remy Ma overdid it. And I think Pusha going to know when to step away.
He not going to respond unless Drake responds.
Well, yeah.
But Remy killed.
But Remy
Nicki,
but Remy kept with the shots. Like even at her award ceremony, like kept with the shots. Like I think Push gonna if he know he body jerk and it's over, he gonna leave it alone. Like,
Nicki Minaj still the best rapper out right now. She's female.
I feel like it's so tough because it's like it's so many slept on female artists.
Nice.
Yeah, it was. But I think it's so many slept on female artists that don't even get the recognition on Nicki's level. Because I mean I love No Name, and I think talent wise, like she should really be way bigger. But it's like Nicki didn't have so much longevity. Like Nicki just like who can you compare to?
You know how this world is. You can't be no female rapper wearing long skirts all the time. Like you're not gonna be appealing to a lot of people. You feel me?
Talking about looking like a Jehovah's Witness.
For real. Shout out to No Name. I met her. Wonderful woman. How you doing? But no.
Yeah, Young M.A. nice.
Oh yeah,
she just
but the world won't accept her.
Yeah,
the world don't want to accept her. The world doesn't want to accept her.
What you mean? Look at the world we live in. Shit, like
Caitlyn Jenner and everything. They don't accept no girl like that. They accept a gay dude over that.
Yeah, but you know what?
That's
too?
crazy.
But you know what too though? It's and I really look at like how the industry works too. Like a woman that isn't sexualized only gonna get so far a lot of times, and I think the same what you were saying with No Name.
Yeah.
Young M.A. it doesn't like men. So she really only can like men don't like her because she's cool.
That's real.
She's not sexy, so that's
That's
and
real.
that I don't judge female rappers on how they look appearance.
Yeah.
Give me the bars, give me the good lines.
Right.
But sex does sell.
Yeah.
Cardi B was a stripper.
Yeah.
You feel me? She was, you know what I'm saying?
And it's like a lot of women don't want to be like you. A lot of women like want to be these people. Or at least like they don't want to be. It's an influence. You know what I'm saying?
Like think about all the top rappers, female rappers. They all like always half naked.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
the little cams and everything.
Yeah, not to say they're bad women or anything. But
yeah, that makes sense.
But women gotta want to be you, and dudes gotta want to hit you, and that's just a shame.
Gotta be marketable. Yeah, gotta be marketable.
Yeah,
that's real. And anything you do in this industry, gotta be marketable.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I think that was a great one.
Yeah, I think that was a lot of good topics, man. Oh man, I still can't believe what he was saying about Drake, but.
Come on, Aubrey.
Bro. Aubrey, you on the clock, man. But
I've been to Toronto a couple times, man. Don't let me down.
Hey,
I love.
Do it for the 6, man, because you out here embarrassing you guys. And with Toronto Raptors, y'all can't afford another L. So you know what I'm saying? Drake, you on the clock
Any
this
last
weekend.
Words?
everybody stay black, be great. You know,
right.
stop the shooting, put the guns down.
Love one another, man.
Yeah.
Extend your hand, be kind to somebody, and watch that person do the same thing. I challenge all y'all to show some love and some kindness.
It's also Gemini season too. Shout out, Gemini June 1st.
Everybody know Aries season is the best season.
Scorpio season is always in effect. You feel me? Always in effect.
I fuck with the Scorpio.
People act like they don't like Gemini. Everybody rock with Gemini.
Nobody rock with Gemini.
Nah,
that's like the worst sign.
Yeah, I'm like,
whoa. It's the time people cap on the most, but people, come on, like, look at all our influencers. There's so many Gemini influencers.
Shout out to my Cancer.
Yeah,
all my Cancer.
Tupac. You know what I'm saying? That's just a few.
Cancers,
but I'm just saying.
My dad's
about cancers.
Yeah,
my dad a Cancer. Yeah, they whatever. But either way,
Scorpio
Gemini season. Enjoy it. It's the month of June. It's getting hot outside.
Yeah.
It's not too good because allergies acting up and all.
Chicago weather bipolar right now. It's supposed to be hot outside, but it's kind of chilly.
I feel like it's warming up though a little bit.
Today it is, but it was cold as hell like a day ago.
Yesterday it was cold as hell.
So I'm like, what the fuck, isn't this like summertime?
It went from 90 to 55.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's Chicago for you though. But
either way, yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. You already know what it is.
Hey, follow me on IG. My IG name might be posted at the bottom, so follow me.
It will be.
Any musicians, artists that want to get a script done, anything shot for them, I'm a writer, so just let me know. Hit my line. You can definitely see my videos and see my repertoire, my resume.
Please hit his line.
And I appreciate you guys for having me on. It was a pleasure. I'm honored to be on this. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
By the way, these Southside streets fucked up.
They come out the South Side, the West Side is ridiculous.
West Side
bogus.
Bro, listen to this. This is ridiculous.